They say that a castle is a language unto itself, and that's never been more true than when it comes to the symbols of power carved into stone, stitched into flags, and painted on shields. These are the hidden codes of the medieval world, and today we're going to decode them. From the 11th to the 17th century, war was constant in Europe. Armies were made up of soldiers who fought for their lord, king, or queen, and everyone had a coat of arms, a symbol that identified them in battle and told the enemy who they were fighting for. These coats of arms were called heraldry, and they were everywhere. Heraldry wasn't just about identifying friendly and enemy forces. It was also about communicating a message. The banners that flew from the top of castles contained secret codes that told the viewer everything they needed to know about the people living inside. So what did these symbols mean? Well, let's start with this one, a single long bar. This was called a pale, and it was used by the royal families of England and France. The king's banner would have two pales, one for his mother's family and one for his father's. The French king's banner would look like this, while the English king's would look like this. But it wasn't just about being royal. The pale was also a symbol of the king's power over his domain. You see, in medieval times, the king owned all the land, and the bar represented the vertical lines of a fortress wall, which symbolized the boundaries between the king's land and your land. What about this symbol? That's a saltire, and it was used by Scottish royalty. This particular design was unique to the royal family of Scotland, and it was even used on the coins they minted. And what about this guy? He looks pretty fierce, doesn't he? Well, he's supposed to be a lion, and he's not just any lion. He's a griffin, a mythical creature with the body of a lion and the head and wings of an eagle. Griffins were used by many different noble families across Europe, but each family had its own unique griffin. For example, the griffin on this shield has a red crown, which means that its owner was a member of the English nobility. These are just a few of the symbols used in medieval heraldry, but there were hundreds more, and just like the language of today, the meaning of these symbols evolved over time. In fact, the entire field of heraldry was based on a secret code, a way of communicating information about yourself and your family without actually saying anything out loud. It was a way of showing the world who you were and what you stood for, all through the use of symbols. So the next time you see a castle or a coat of arms, take a closer look. You might be surprised at what you find. Thank you for watching.